Hey guys, welcome back to more Isaac. So last time we unlocked the Yera rune, I think, so now we'll just do a regular run. I'm going to be playing as Judas, I think, this time. And we want to still go to Isaac because we haven't unlocked the Polaroid yet, so that's what we'll be doing. This is why I picked Judas, because Judas has only done Satan, so I think it's time for an Isaac run. I think I have a mod on. I have better doors on because I think these aren't the way that I think the mod must have updated. That is a great first item. Because these aren't the way the doors normally look. So 2020, I lose 33% damage, but I get 2 shots, and obviously 2 is better than 1. There are in fact 2 of them. I'm like kind of scared at the start of this run because obviously 1 heart is not a lot to work with. I did get an XL floor. I had a feeling it was because I was looking at the structure of the floor, and these rooms seem very cramped. So we do have another item room. Well, there it is. Hopefully it's as good as the first. If not, no big deal. Honestly, I would be content with anything that just gives me some form of more health, some protection. Ace of Clubs is fine. Parasite is fantastic. It's not more health, but it does split your shots when they make contact with something. And that means with 2020 as well, my shots are already kind of crazy looking. And we're only on the first floor. So now basically what I'm hoping for is... Do we have a soul heart in the shop? We do. If I can get 1 cent... I'm going to blow up this shopkeeper actually. And get fantastic spiders. So many spiders. Ace of Clubs does work on enemies, so we will use it in here to get a bunch of bombs. That will set us up nicely. I will absolutely buy the soul heart, because obviously protection is key. You know what? I will donate. Because I haven't donated in a little bit. Alright. So now we will be going straight to the boss. Any other consumables we find along the way would also be nice. Feeling really strong already. More bombs. I was hoping to hit that champion enemy with the troll bomb. That works. Nose Goblin is a fantastic trinket as well. It has a chance to shoot booger tears, which stick to the enemy and do residual damage over time. This is an insanely good first floor. We are very stacked at the moment. The game just decided, oh, you know what? You deserve it, champ. And you know what? I do deserve it. Shot speed up is fine. Magic 8 ball. Another Ace of Clubs. I will check the devil deal out. Money equals power. I will not be taking anything. I would have only taken something if it gave me some health back. I am actually going to check the other rooms on this floor. Actually, no, I'm not. Because if we can make... Oh, you know, I've done boss rush. I was going to try and make boss rush, but we've done it on Judas. I think that was in the Lost run. Like the Lost run that never got uploaded because I was stupid. So secret room could be here because I'm amazing, as you can tell. Oh, actually, you know what? It's definitely down here because I'm a genius. Thank God. Wow. Okay. This is a very nice run. So this is flight. Ow. It was worth the heart for that. So... Yeah. This run is absurd. One makes you larger is not good. Okay. I'm looking for a room with a lot of enemies to use my Ace of Clubs card in to get a bunch more bombs. Golden Horseshoe is not as good as Nose Goblin. It is nice, but it's A golden horseshoe is, I believe, it's a 15% chance next floor to get a double item room, aka get 2 items instead of 1 in your item room. But it's a 15% chance as opposed to guaranteed booger tiers. And I think that's just way better in the long run. So we only have 2 hearts, which isn't a lot, but I feel pretty comfortable with my position. The only thing that has really been bad is the one makes you logical. And honestly, if that's the worst thing that I can say about this run, it's a pretty good run. Let's take a look in here. Spiders, my favorite curse room commodity. So yeah, we're going for Isaac this run. I have to try and remember to not go down Satan, which should be easy because on my completed file I usually go to the chest, which is the floor after Isaac. So generally I go towards Isaac anyway. It should be more natural feeling. I'm just so used to going to Satan on this file because of all the times I wanted to avoid going through... of all the runs where I wanted to keep going after Mum's Heart, and because I kept taking Devil Deals. Also, I'm being really bad about taking damage. I think I'm playing a little sloppy because of how strong this run is. Book of Sin is not a book I'm going to keep, but it does give me progress towards Bookworm, which is good. Black Candle. Love this shopkeeper. If I can make Black Candle happen, I would be absolutely I would feel great about that. Go. Almost. 1 cent. That's all we need. What's in here? 1 chest is not really worth 3 waves of enemies to me. However, if I really just need that 1 cent, maybe I'll do it. We will do the boss now, though. What we really would benefit from is spectral tears because I can fly, but I keep getting stopped. Okay. I have a weird sound mod. I have to check my mods after this run because they turned themselves on and I didn't really want them. Crown of Light. Ooh. Crown of Light is essentially double damage until I get hit in a room. So, very powerful, basically. I will fight the angel, just in case by some chance we manage to get a way to get to the dark room after beating Isaac, like the sacrifice room. So we could probably try and beat Mega Satan in this run too, if possible. Yeah, that's not the right sound that's supposed to play, so I've definitely got some weird mod action going on. It's fine. I don't think it's going to affect the gameplay too much. Because I don't really have any mods that affect gameplay. Bad Trip is unfortunate. Strength is great. Speed up is great. If I find an arcade, I'll come back for Chariot, but I prefer Strength. I prefer Strength because it lasts just for a whole room, whereas Chariot is very limited. Strength makes a boss a lot easier, potentially. And in late game, that can be very helpful. We do have the money for Black Candle now, which is nice. Oh, actually, now we don't, because that freaking greed head shot me and I lost 2 cents. So that sucks. I'm trying to think where my other secret room would be. But I think the easiest course of action would be to just do the arena, honestly. Hold up. Okay. I just wasted my Book of Belial because I read the item mod and it said grants spectral tears, so I immediately thought, oh, that'll be great, and then left the room like a stupid. I really don't want to do this, but unfortunately the game has forced my hand. Everybody please close your eyes and don't look. Alright, wow, we found 1 cent on the ground and I was able to buy, or 5 cents on the ground, and I was able to buy Black Candle. That's great. I'm really happy about that. Okay. We will not be taking another one makes you larger. Believe it or not, I actually don't like the idea of getting bigger. Bad trip, no thanks. Gotta try and make sure I get some money off the ground so that I can pay back the donation machine for just because I feel like it, you know? Nothing. I do want to check this. I'm so glad I checked this. So ceremonial robes is three sin hearts as well as a damage up, which on this already very strong run is, you know, great. I will play this. I do have to be careful though because this does take away my double damage. However, I have 5 damage and I feel comfortable with losing it temporarily. I would rather play this and try and get some money out of it. Death is... Actually, we can take death into this room. Oh, thank God. This room sucks. Okay. I'm gonna not pop. I'm not gonna put more. I'm not gonna put more health in the donation, the blood bank, at the moment, because I do want my double damage back, and I think that my money situation is fine. Most of this money is going to go straight back to the donation. This money, all the money I have, as much as I can get in, is going to go to the donation machine because I would like to end this run on a net positive, or that, whenever possible. See if I can clear enough rooms to get all my HP back before the boss and make it a lot easier. Almost. Greed is fine. That was not fine. Steam sale. Could be good. But we still have 2 more shops. 1 more if we get super greed. We should at least be guaranteed 1 more shop. That's the important thing. We haven't been to the item room yet. I didn't even notice it was right here. Golden teleport. This could be interesting. So, golden teleport will always teleport you. It won't be random. It has a priority list. It will always teleport you to a room you have not been in. And it has a list of what rooms it will do in what order. I don't really want to break down the whole priority list, but essentially the best way to use golden teleport is to clear out a floor entirely as much as you can. And then use it to get to a room like the I Am Error room, or which we haven't seen an I Am Error room yet. Which basically, if you you can find yourself in an error room sometimes as a result of a teleportation. And it's pretty random what you can find in there. You can find pedestal items, you can find nothing, you can find beds, you can find... It's very much completely off the wall what you're going to find when you step into a room like that. So generally, if you can find a consistent way of getting to the error room, that can be good. Right now, the golden teleport after I beat the boss is going to take us to the arena room, which could be good because it is a boss arena, which means there's a guaranteed boss item in there. So we can get a free boss item, which would be good. So we'll probably do that. A range up, that's fine. Let's see. So the best thing to do here, I think, is to play this guy completely, all the way down. And then we take the pentagram, we take Satanic Bible, which gives me Bookworm, we pop Satanic Bible, I'll take back Book... Actually, I think I'm going to keep Satanic Bible. Tears Up is great, and I will play this guy a little more. Wow. Come on. Never do this. This is a terrible idea.
Health up.
I can't do more. I can't. As much as I want to. Alright. So now I will come over here. Pop the teleport. Oh, it took me to the frickin' super secret room. Ow! I forgot about the super secret room. Sadly, that means we're not getting into the arena then. There is one way I could get into the arena, and at this point it probably wouldn't even be that much of a... It wouldn't even be that much of a cost, but I think that... You know what? Screw it. What we got? I'll take it. Alright, we have to be careful, because I've dropped so much health on this floor, and I'm aware that it was not the best play. But, you know what? I trust myself to survive. With replenishing health like Satanic Bible, I don't feel like I'm in any real danger at this point in time. We should go to the secret room and pick up that battery. Alright, let's move on. Let's get the heck out of here. Yeah, so I may have a few hearts, but I am absurdly strong. So, and I have a way of getting more hearts, so I feel perfectly fine. Moon, sure. Super Greed is great because it means I'm guaranteed 2 shops, and we got the core, so I am really just stacked on cash, and we found the curse room as well. Well, which wasn't good, but at least it was free. We can open all of these for free. Great. See, we're already back to being fine. There was never any need to be worried. We'll drop this in. It's the High Priestess. Justice is fine, because it just gives us some consumables. I want to go back and get my strict guard. Oops. So we have 13 damage, and even when we don't have the Crown of Light in effect, we have like a good 6 or 7. Which is pretty good with the rate of fire and the amount of tears I'm putting out is great. I really just want to find the shop and see how much money I can squeeze into this donation machine, looking at how much money I have on me. Because we have so much. I really hope it lets me shove a bunch of it in. Alright, we don't want to pick up any more money because we're maxed. D10 is useless, it rerolls all the enemies in the room. I have 0 interest in that. Not the greatest, but it's fine. We'll take it.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh! Poop, I didn't mean to do that. Blew up my donation machine again by accident. I mean, we still got more in, I think, than I took out, so it's fine. So the compass is good because it will show us where the boss room and the item room are when I open up the map. Which just basically makes navigating the late game floors a lot easier because there's nothing to really go for besides the boss. Unless you want to find a special room. Spectral Tears, I was saying earlier how I really wanted them, so I'm absolutely going to take those. So now we can actually just sit on rocks, which is really nice. We will definitely check the treasure room. Not great, honestly. So we're probably just going to go straight for the boss. I don't really see it. I don't feel a need to explore this floor. We're too late for... I could pick up money, but I already saw money equals power in this run, so I don't think it's going to show up now. Really, now we're just gunning it. There isn't much else to do. We're going to get the last item room here, which is fire immunity, which is kind of nice. Fire bombs, but also it gives you fire immunity. I don't think it used to do that, but it does now. And if it did before, I had no idea. We can go this way. This run should pick up in pace dramatically now, just because we can see exactly where the boss is too. Health down is not something I'm... Actually, health down is still not something I'm interested in. I was gonna say we'll become a health up when we take a devil deal from the boss room, but kind of doesn't really matter when we have Satanic Bible. I'm not that bothered. Yep, this is good. Every time I get hit, I get a charge on my item. And since my item is healing, that basically means if I get hit, I work towards healing it off. We don't keep the strength on. So, the tower, no thanks. Maybe the secret rooms down or over here. Yep. An eternal halt. We may as well take it. You unlock something sticky in the depths. That should be Gish, I believe. Let's take a look at the devil deal. Bombs, bombs, and let me guess bombs. Oh, wow. I'm clairvoyant. Alright, so we unlocked a new boss in depths. I believe that's just Gish. Gish is kind of whatever. So now we're just going to be gunning it for the boss, because there is no item room to stop by anymore. Well, that's... You know what, we're just going to hold on to the Emperor. After all this time of holding on to Strength, now I'm going to switch over to the Emperor. Rune Shard. I believe... So, I didn't know... Rune Shards didn't exist before. So I'd never really... I was going to say, I can't get out. Rune Shards didn't exist before, but I believe that the reason Rune Shards exist are so that if you have unlocked only one type of rune, it will prevent you from only getting that rune because it would be kind of broken. Which was a balance change I don't think needed to exist, but apparently it does. So essentially, Rune Shards are just runes that I haven't unlocked yet. I will obviously eventually unlock them all, but right now that's just what they are. It's a confusing floor. So, I didn't think I went over the complete aspects of Crown of Light really in detail. I said it's double damage until you get hit, which is true in some cases, but you need to have full red hearts as well. If you don't have any... Wow. If you don't have any red hearts, essentially what that means is you will just lose... As long as you don't get hit, you'll get double damage. But if you have red hearts, let's say I have like 2 red heart containers and I only have 1 filled, I won't have double damage until I fill the other one back up. No thank you. I'll not be taking the one makes you larger pill. This is an absurdly strong run. Ow. I don't think I've ever seen the parasite with Mum's knife that, like, since Repentance. It's kind of stupid. Well, if you ever had any doubts about how strong we were, I hope that I've just quelled them. Eye of the Occult is not interesting enough to take, and we absolutely will be doing Hush on this run. Since the only time I've done Hush on this file so far we failed, this run feels better for it. So now hopefully you'll get to see a Hush win. Hanged Man is useless because we have Flight all the time. We won't be taking either of those, they're not good. Blood Bombs is a heart container, so we can take that. It's also more bombs. Humbling Bundle is fantastic, as well as Mum's Purse, because it's another trinket slot. Unfortunately, I don't want Super Magnet. This pill is unidentified. Balls of Steel, that's great. Okay, so... basically, we can find another trinket. But for now, let's go kill Hush. First phase, for the most part, pretty straightforward. And then we have the big boy. I have no idea how the parasite damage will work with Mum's knife on this guy because of his armor. What I do know is he's definitely taken damage. Well, he's already down to half health, so this is good so far. We can pop the Satanic Bible. I feel like the thing with Hush is, like, when you have a really strong run like this, it just feels like... It just feels more like a weighing game. It's like, I know I'm gonna win, I just have to sit here and wait until he finally dies. And then you have Weak Run where it's like, I feel like, for me at least in my experience with this boss, generally it's like, I know I'm gonna win or I know I'm gonna lose. There's no in between. So what do we unlock for that? Oh, it's just over. Well, I guess we're not doing Isaac, unfortunately. I didn't realize the first Hush kill was just the end. Well, enjoy the ending, I suppose. Alright, well, we unlocked Betrayal and The Void. But anyway, if you liked the video, please remember to like it down below and subscribe if you haven't already. But anyway, that's it for this episode, and I will see you in the next one.